Hello, I'm Matt from World of Ukes and editor of Uke magazine, and in this video I'm going to introduce a new range of tenor ukuleles called Singer. These are the first ukes of this series to arrive in Europe, and while the brand might be unfamiliar to you, they are in fact made by one of the big hitters in the ukulele world, and that's aNueNue's. We have a range of high-end, beautifully finished ukes with classic styles, and they kind of evoke a more vintage aesthetic than aNueNue's more modern output, like the Moonbird for example, and they're voiced differently to give you more of a vintage tone, they say. So while this uke has a different bracing pattern to the regular aNueNue's ukes, you do still get that sort of characteristic sustain you find on Moonbirds, for example, as well as that balance that's achieved by evenly competing deep bass notes and really clear trebles. So there's some aNueNue's DNA in there, despite the attempt to do something a little different. I've got three ukes to demo today, with the first one being the RT1MTS, which is a tobacco sunburst all solid mahogany tenor, and across the whole series they're all fitted with these excellent Goto UPT tuners, which are rear facing, lightweight and geared, but they look like friction pegs, so really in keeping with that vintage aesthetic that aNueNue's were going for. So all of these ukes have black water, that's the aNueNue's own black fluorocarbon strings. They all have a 37mm nut, and each comes with a very nice dark green hard case, so that they're protected really well as well. So pricing is a bit of an issue. As I'm making this video, the price is $849, but as I'm making this video, the currency markets are problematic, and prices are increasing here and there, but certainly as I make it, it's $849. So let's give this one a go. So we'll move on now to an all-solid Hawaiian koa ukulele, which is the RT1K IT, which sounds a bit like a droid from Star Wars. This is a tenor which is finished in what's described as iced tea sunburst, and this one comes in at £1,099. So I'm a big fan of the sweetness, the depth and the volume that aNueNue's seem to tease out of solid koa on their other ukes. So koa can be a little bit muted sometimes because it doesn't vibrate quite as much as spruce, but aNueNue's seem to have work a bit of magic with it. So we'll see how the Singer model matches up with their other koa instruments. as I make this video, there are 4 tenor ukes in this series, and I'm looking next at the RT5R CS, which is a cherry sunburst tenor ukulele with a solid spruce top, Swiss spruce, and on the back and sides we have rosewood. So these are £1,699, so quite a bit of cash, but certainly very beautiful things. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is just about the body size is more petite than on aNueNue's all solid mahogany, for example, or their Moonbird series, which have quite a large bottom bout. So these are, you know, they're not small, but they're definitely more compact and not sort of big and bold like the designs of the aNueNue regular series ukes. So there is another uke with an identical specification to this one, which is the RT5R LS, which has a lemon sunburst. Now I did get that one too, but it sold in my store before I could do a video. But it's exactly the same as this one apart from the finish, so I think we can settle for just using the one in this demo. So let's have a listen.
worldofukes.co.uk.